Hi, so this project we have today is we're going to fix a problem with our basement. One of our rooms keeps flooding with water when we have heavy rain, and if you look down here, the main culprit is this downpipe here. What happens is that the water has nowhere to run, and it sort of comes down to this area and it settles down this low part and it just sinks down there, and this room down underneath this basement gets the water coming up through it. So to fix this, I'm going to put a drainage pipe in here. The other problem with this area is, you look around this area, it's like a valley. There's nowhere for the water to run, and it just sort of sits in this area here. So the plan is I want to put a drainage pipe from this point over to the side of my house, which runs down the hill. I'm going to show you all the materials we need for this project. So starting with this one here this one's called a outlet catch basin. So the idea is, the water comes through here, catches it, and then it flows through out there. A drain grate, so this will go on top of this, and I'm going to put my downpipe in the middle of this one here when I'm done. Then from here you have two sizes. You have the 3-inch and the 4-inch pipes. So I thought this one's probably to have a lot of rain, so I chose a 3-inch pipe. And one thing just to point out here is that there's two types. There's the perforated one, which has little holes in it, and the non-perforated. You want to get the perforated one, so the water, with my area, the water will just seep in and flow out. So you put that through in there. And then at the other end, I have this product which is called a pop-up emitter. So the idea with this one is when there's no water, this will lay flat, but when there is water, this middle part here will pop up and let the water through. I've got some other things here. The tarps will just help me put the dirt somewhere. And this is another product I'm keen to try out. This one here, the new product, it claims that you don't need to put gravel around your hole or weed mat. So the idea with this is this is a sleeve I put around my perforated pipe, and it says that on here no need for gravel, but also it keeps the dirt and the sand out of the pipe. So this should be quite straightforward for us to connect that all up. So that's all the parts you need. And of course, tools. You need a shovel, mattock, whatever you can think of to dig that hole. So this downpipe has this elbow extension here. I need to get rid of that. So I'm going to unscrew that part there, and then I'll use this part just to extend it down so it'll rest on top of, or in the middle of this part here. I have this part here. I won't need it. I'll just cut it where I need to, so it just sits right on top of that. So what I want to do here is I want to actually keep the grass. When I'm done with digging here, I want to put the grass back to how it was. You can see here. So what I want to do with this is I'm just going to use this shovel and do the sides of this. This will just save me time later on. One at the back here. I'm going to use my mattock. And shovel here. Grass here in this tarp. It'll be easy for me when I'm done just to put it back and we've finished digging the trench. You can see that's the distance all the way along. We have not dug the right depth yet. We've just done approximately. So this step we want to make sure that we have the right slope or gradient along there. Now I've read online that the slope you want for a 3-inch pipe is 1/8 of an inch per foot. So the way we're going to measure that is come over here. I'm going to put some spikes in here, and I'm going to use a string line from spike to spike and use this little level thing here, just so I can know from spike to spike what the level is, and then I'll just measure how many feet there is, and then measure down 1/8 of an inch per foot. So at this point we are doing a string line, and the idea here is to make it level. And if you look down here, we have a little line level, and we have from that post to this post, we have it level. Mark that point where it's level, and this is 8 foot from that post to this post, and I'm going down 1 inch. That's my little screw that I've put in there, so that's going down 1 inch. So that's the 1/4 of an 1/8 inch that we want. We want to do that all the way along my 8 foot posts that I've done here. So here I have the string line done now, all the way across. You can see it's about 1 inch lower at every 8 foot. So I get that slope. Now what I'll do is I'll get a measuring stick and measure against that line to the depth that I want to have it. So if you look down here, what I've done is, this is my measuring stick. I'm measuring to the bottom of the pipe in here to my string line, and then I'm going to use this as my measuring stick all the way along. So basically the string line needs to match that black mark all the way along, and because I've graded this down, the string line all the way down, it'll just match up exactly what I want. There you are, digging out the trench, have a measuring stick, moving along. Okay, what I've done now is I've cut my downpipe so it fits with the drain container here. Now the next step is to put it together so it fits under there. I'm going to connect my 3-inch drain pipe here. So what I did on this end is I just tied this end up, and then you just basically slide it through here, which I'll show you now. Right, so we slide through here. So the idea with this drain sleeve is it prevents any dirt or sand getting into the pipe, that allows the water to seep through and just run it down. So having this allows me not to put gravel or the wheat mat over it, so it's a great alternative, and hopefully it works good for me. Now that I've put the sleeve on, I'm going to move to the drain container cap. Alright, so we're at the end of the line here, and I want to put it in my pop-up emitter in here. So I'm going to try to squeeze the end of the drain sleeve in there so it stays. Fix it in a minute. I'll put the sleeve on. I check that it's all level, and this is straight. Okay, sleeve on now. I'm going to put some dirt there. Cover it up. now I've filled up the dirt over the sleeve and the drain. I'm ready to put the grass back. There we go, and you'll never know that there's actually a drain underneath there. And here's the finished product, almost finished. I've filled in the grass there. You can see, still got the trench to go that way, but about half done. I wanted to show you before I finished.